Welcome to a new video, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Today we are taking a look at this beautiful 160 centimeter wild discus aquascape from Kira. I've been following Kira and his wild discus on Instagram for a long time already, and when I found out that we actually live very close to each other, I had to take the opportunity to see this aquarium with my own eyes. This is not your average aquarium, and everything from water changes to feeding to dosing is automated. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy Kira and his wild discus.
So my name is Kira. I'm originally from Macedonia. I've been in the aquarium hobby for, I would say, 20 years. This is, let's say, like the top achievement of the hobby so far. So here we're looking at my wild discus tank. We have 10 green red spotted discuses coming from Lago Tefe in Brazil. I have these guys for already 1 year. Tank is around 550-600 liters. The dimensions of the aquariums are 160 with 70 deep and with 60 high. This aquarium is up and running, I would say, since November, but I had the discuses before in a smaller 300 liters tank while this one was getting built. So I had them there for 6 months. Besides the discus, I have around 50 cardinal tetras, around 15 corridoras, and I have around maybe 15 otocinclus, some plecos. This is my first discus I keep ever. I saw Mark's, like TM's Aquaris discuses on Instagram, completely by accident, then I fell in love with them. And I thought, okay, I would definitely like to keep wild discuses. I didn't know if it's like difficult or not difficult. So I did a lot of research. I would say they're fish, they're doable. There's a lot of work around them. They're super sensitive. Many times they will not take food. So you need to explore around a lot. Like in the first 5 months for me were the most difficult because they didn't take any of the food I wanted to give them. They were eating only white mosquito larvae, which was not good enough for them because they were losing a lot of weight. So I was getting stressed a lot. And it takes a lot of patience, a lot of hard work in the beginning. So you really need to be there and you need to dedicate a lot of time and effort. But if you're patient, if you have a good foundation of aquarium keeping and like you're not lazy to do a lot of research and just to do a lot of maintenance around the tank, I think you can make it. On my Instagram profile, I get a lot of questions about the wild discus and people who love them, but they don't have the space to keep it. Absolutely minimum aquarium size, I would say, is 500 liters. When I kept them in the 300 liters, I had a lot of problems, although it was for a short time. A lot of problems, the water was fluctuating non-stop, it was getting polluted, so it's really 500 liters, I would say, is the minimum. The whole aquarium is automated, from water change to feeding to everything. It took me around 7-8 months to get them used to take dry food. Almost all of them of the group take dry food, and I complement sometimes with like a homemade food. When I'm away, I travel a lot for work, so sometimes I leave the discuses like I was on a vacation now. I leave them by themselves for 5 weeks. And then I feed them 4 times a week with the automated the feeder. When I'm at home, I try to feed them like up to 6-7 times a day, so then they can get back some lost weight. At the moment I have 3 filters running. One is Eheim 1500 XL, which is like the simplest filter ever, and I would say it's like one of the best ones I've ever had. It has inside around 15 kilos of Sake Matrix and 3 or 4 kilos of BioRio and sponge, and it runs very good. Then I have BioMaster 650 sponges only, and I have the GBL 1900, the biggest one with sponges and BioRio. So in total I have like around 20 kilos of Sake Matrix and BioRio and a lot of sponges. Flow is around, if you combine them all in a good day, around 3000 liters an hour. Many people would say like low flow is better for discus. I make sure that I break down the flow with like the branches and all the plants, so it's not like direct on the fishes. And as you can see, they're like happy and they don't care about it so much. So it's quite good. Water changing routine is automated. I use auto top of mechanism or system from Tunze, and I change I think around 15 to 20% of water per day every morning. Then I remineralize the water just to keep like a good TDS level of around 80-90. And I put the plant fertilizer. So that's the routine every day. The light, I have skylight, 2 skylight lights that are at the moment working on 70%. So the discus is like not super big fan of like high light. So that's why I dim them a little bit, and there are a lot of shadow places in the tank, so when they want to hide on the shadow, they can go there. My group I think is getting a little bit small, and I'm already considering upgrading with a few other, because they would distribute the aggression in the group to different fishes, so some fishes don't suffer. And the stability. You do less is more with the wild discuses, making sure that the conditions in the water are stable, everything is stable, you don't touch inside the aquarium a lot, and give them just chance to get used to the new setup and new environment. That's also another important thing. And the most important thing is just to get like really good, healthy fishes from the very beginning. I see many times, unfortunately, in the pet shops when they sell discus, even captivity bred, they are really terrible. Like stressed and sick, and they really don't look good. So I really feel sad about that situation. And I can imagine a lot of people get discouraged when they buy them and things are not going well. So it's very important that you don't rush with the buy. Think it through, spend maybe a little bit more money, but have like really healthy animal that you will give like a good and long life. And these guys, they live up to 15 years. So that's some kind of like a good investment that you need to think it through. They don't live like the normal fishes like for a few years. They live 15 years, so you're really gonna stick with them like for a long time. For the moment, next step will be I have in the quarantine some Ramirezi and some pencil fish. They will get in here after 1 month. So that will be like interesting, like different fish in the aquarium. I'm considering putting like maybe 3 or 4 more in the group. Because I don't know if you guys can see like some of these guys, like this one, it's like very low in the hierarchy, so I would like to distribute a little bit of fighting and the stress. That's pretty much it. Just let them live and be happy. Potentially, if there is a couple in the group, Maybe they can create like a breeding nest. That would be super fun to see wild discus breeding at home. That would be really, really cool.